Welcome to Wisdom International School's digital classroom for mathematics. So children, so far we have learned many theorems in triangles. So in this chapter now we are going to learn Pythagorean theorem. Okay. So you all are already familiar with this Pythagorean theorem. What the statement is, what exactly the equation is. But now today we are going to learn how to prove this theorem. Okay, this is, as a exam point of view, it's a very important theorem. So you have to learn the statement, that is, you have to memorize the statement given over here, which I have written it in the green pen. You have to memorize that plus the proving. Okay, the whole of the proof with the figure and everything has to be learnt by heart. Okay, so you may get it for 4 or 5 marks. Okay, so now the theorem goes like this. In a right triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So we all are familiar with this, right? As an equation, we all are familiar that the hypotenuse square is equal to, when you add the other two sides and square them, you get that sum equals to the hypotenuse square. So this, as a statement, you have to memorize it. Okay, so now we'll just start proving it. So first let's write down what is given to us. So we don't have anything in particular, we just know that it's a right triangle. So we just say that, okay, there is a triangle ABC which is right triangle and it's right angled at B. So because we need to tell where exactly the 90-degree angle is. Okay, because that is what decides where is our hypotenuse. So the side opposite our right angle is what is going to be our hypotenuse. Okay, so for angle B, see, if angle B is 90-degree, the side opposite angle B, that is AC, is going to be the hypotenuse. Alright, so AC square, so this is what we have to prove. AC square, which is the hypotenuse, AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Alright, so now so you understand the figure, right? So there's just a right triangle, a red one. Okay, a red triangle ABC. All right, and now we can't just prove it as it is, so we need to do a small construction over here. So we do the construction. So I've written it in green pen, you see, and I've drawn the extra thing in green. So this thing is not given to us. Over there is not given to us. It's the construction which we have drawn for our comfort. Okay, so that we could prove this theorem. All right, so the construction is as like, draw BD perpendicular to AC. Okay, so BD is drawn in such a way that it's perpendicular to AC. Okay, so there is a 90-degree angle at D. Okay, so now we'll start with the proving. Okay, so now let's look at the triangle ADB. So look at this triangle ADB and ABC. See, ABC is the whole triangle, the red triangle, and ADB is just the top small triangle. Okay, so we are just looking at these two triangles. So in these two triangles, you see, angle A is common to both of them, right? Angle A is there for ADB also, and it's there for ABC also. So angle A is equals to angle A. So I have written angle A equals to angle A. That's a common angle. Alright, now the next thing is, we know that angle D is 90-degree and angle B is also 90-degree. So for triangle ADB, the little triangle on top, D is 90-degree, and for the large bigger triangle, angle B is 90-degree. So D and B are equal to each other. Now if you look at these two triangles, the first angle A and A is equal, right? See, you see this angle A and A is equal, which is a common angle, and angle D is equals to angle B. Angle and the second angle. See, the first angle is equal to the first angle, the second angle. So automatically the third angle B and C will turn out to be equal to each other. So in these two triangles, you can say that the triangles are similar to each other. So that's the reason we always write it over here in the bracket next to whatever we are writing. Okay, so the reason for the similarity is AA criterion of similar triangles. Okay, so if only two angles are equal, we can just say that these two triangles are similar. So if they are similar, then we have another statement for similar triangles. We have few rules, right? So this is one of the rules which says that the sides are proportional, right? The corresponding sides are proportional. We have seen that in our previous video itself. So AD over AB, that is the first two alphabet over the first E. So yeah, AD by AB is equals to AB by AC. Okay, so that is like, we have written the proportional sides. Okay, So now if you cross multiply these two, what happens? AD and AC gets multiplied and AB and AB gets multiplied, right? So it's a cross multiplication, okay? You're actually doing a cross multiplication. Alright, so AB and AB gets multiplied and you get AB square here. AD and AC gets multiplied and you get AD times AC, okay? So this we'll keep it as one statement, okay? Now we'll go to the next triangle. So let's talk about triangle BDC and triangle ABC. See, I have drawn the triangle again down, a blue triangle, okay? So now BDC is the next small triangle at the bottom, the second triangle, and ABC is again the whole triangle, okay? So now here if you talk about BDC and ABC, what's happening? See, here C is common for both the triangles, right? Angle C is common for small triangle BDC and the big triangle ABC. So angle C equals to angle C. I'll write it as a common angle. Now second thing is, here angle D is 90 degree and angle B is 90 degree, right? So angle D for the little triangle and angle B for the bigger triangle, larger triangle. So they both are 90 degree. So again from these two triangles we are getting two angles equal to each other, right? So the third angle automatically turns out to be equal. So by AA criterion, triangle BDC is proportional, is similar to triangle ABC, okay? So now again we'll write the proportionality thing. So CD, so let me write the second and the third alphabet now, okay? CD or DC, it means the same. So I've written CD by, so if I've taken the second and the third alphabet of the first triangle, I'll have to take the second and the third alphabet of the second triangle. So CD by BC is equals to BC. BC is first and the third, and here also first and the third. BC by AC, okay? Now I'll cross, okay? So I get CD times AC is equals to BC square. So this I'll keep it as a secondment. And okay, so now we have got these two equations. So now we are going to add these two equations, okay? So let's look at equation 1. So equation 1 says AD into AC is equals to AB square, and equation 2 says let's go down. It says CD into AC is equals to BC square. So when we add it, we'll add both the left sides together and add the right sides together, okay? So when you add the left sides, you get AD into AC from the first one plus CD into AC from the second one, okay? Now that is equals to AB square from the first one and BC square from the second one, okay? So now we add it this way. So now when you look at the left side, you have got AD into AC and CD into AC. Both of them are having AC common. So I take out AC outside, okay, as a common thing. Now when I take out AC outside, what am I left out with? I am left out with AD from the first bracket and CD from the second bracket. So I write both of them inside the bracket with the plus sign inside it, okay? So is equals to AB square plus BC square. Now this becomes AC as AC itself. AD plus CD gives you AC. So just go up to the figure and look at it. It's AD plus ACD is going to give you AC the whole, right? AD and DC added together gives you AC. So we get AC inside the bracket also. So now you have got AC into AC on the left side is equals to AB square plus BC square. So AC into AC is AC square is equals to AB square plus B. Opposed to this. So now based on this, you will be getting very few, but more theorem prove it. Is very please practice well. Okay. Now you have another theorem, that is the converse of Pythagoras theorem. So in converse of Pythagoras theorem is not the proof is not important this year. It's not there for you people. So you just learn the statement just in case if you get any problems based on that, okay? So but then it's not the proving and all, you don't have to, okay? So the converse of the Pythagorean theorem is, it's just the reverse of whatever we have learnt in Pythagorean theorem. If the square of the length of longest side square, then that particular triangle is an right triangle, okay? So that's it we need to know in this. Now if you will look at one problem based on that. So look at this, there is a triangle. Say they say calculate the height that we can reach with a 3-meter ladder leaning against a wall if the bottom of the ladder is 70 centimeter from the wall. So see, the figure is given over there. The ladder's height is 3 meter and the height from the wall to the ladder is 70 centimeter, okay? So now they want you to figure out how high you can reach, okay? How high, what is the height of the wall, how high you can reach, okay? So here you should take care of one thing. there is the 3 meter is in meters. Okay, the height of the ladder is given in meters, and the distance between the wall and the ladder is given in centimeters. Okay, so you need to do the necessary conversion. Either you convert the meter into centimeter, or you convert the centimeter into meter. Either ways you can do it. Okay, so if you convert this, so I have chosen to convert the centimeter into meters. Okay, because you know why? Because if I give the answer in answer of the wall's height, wall's height, if I say it in centimeters, it doesn't sound good, right? We always measure a few things in meters, right? It doesn't sound proper when you say the height of the wall is so many centimeters. So I chose to keep it as meters. Okay, so I converted the 70 centimeter into meters. So 70 centimeter is equals to 0.7 meters. Okay, so hope you people know how the conversion and all. So now by Pythagoras theorem, we know that AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square. So this is a right triangle, right? This actually forms a right triangle. So AB is your H, which we don't know. That's what we are trying to find. H square plus BC is 0.7 square is equals to AC is 3 square. Okay, so now H square plus 0.7 square is 0.49 is equals to 9. Okay, so now I'll just find the H square. So I move the 0.49 to the other side. So 9 minus 0.49. Okay, so I'll do the subtraction here. See, I have done the subtraction over here, and I am getting 8.51. Okay, so I get 8.51 meter for H square, but I want the H. Okay, so H is equals to square root of 8.51 meters. Okay, as the square. If it is, or based on you have the do all the problems in your classwork. Okay, so that's it for your homework. See you with the next video, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.